Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as we deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. All right, we got Mitch with us, Romanelli. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Joe D'Amico. Of course, we got our buddy James Clark in the center square today. Ninos, Big Al McMordie, Tony Brown from Las Vegas, and making his debut here on the Drive-Thru, Sean Murphy. And here's how they're going to line up for this evening. Brown, D'Amico, McMordie, Clark, Murphy, Romanelli, Ninos, Mitch, and I will close this one out. All right, you see I'm flying solo today. Chris Ruffalo is on vacation. He needed a vacation day over in sunny Southern California, so he'll have that. He'll be back tomorrow. Let's get this show started, and let's go over to Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll welcome Tony Brown to the show. We'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So let's go ahead and wire him up right now. Tony Brown here on the 2Cam. Tony, what's happening?
How you doing out there?
It's going great. It's going great. All right, here we go. Familiar ring to this one. 10 Eastern time. Dodgers that host the D-backs at L.A. Dodgers laying 330, total of 8.
Yep, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. It's the last game of the day, last chance to get paid, and I saved my best for last. I hate to sound like a broken record, but we're going with the Dodgers. Before I get into all the stats, let's just think about it. Like, do you want to call your bookie and say, hey, I want the worst road team in the MLB, I'll put my money on them. Or I want one of the teams with 90 losses, only one of the two teams with 90 losses, let's put my money on them. It just doesn't make sense. We got David and Goliath, but this isn't a Disney movie or a story. Like, the Dodgers are just better than them. They beat them twice already here. They outscored 13-5, all on the run line. No need to lay this heavy juice. You got to take the Dodgers run line if you're going to make this play. And besides Arizona, just anybody, the Dodgers are lights out, and they're 8-0 in their last 8 at Dodger Stadium. One of the most famous ballparks in all of baseball. They're the defending champs. They're hot right now. It's just so many reasons to take the Dodgers on the run line. I could be here for hours, but I'm not going to bore you. Dodgers, run line, free play of the day. We hit our last 2 free plays, and they both been the Dodgers. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. It ain't broke, don't fix it. We got Tony Brown here. Dodgers run line -1.5 runs. It's now -150 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Only issue here, I don't think it's much of an issue. Merrill Kelly has had success this year pitching at Dodger Stadium. But of course, then again, he doesn't go deep into games. And of course, we know about that D-backs bullpen.
Right. That's why they're the worst team in baseball. No one's going to lose 162 games, just like no one's going to win 162 games. But taking the Diamondbacks in this spot would just be a guess. We've already hit the Dodgers run line twice. So even if we fail it this time, like I said, this is math, not magic. We're 2 up. We'll be 1 down. We're still up a few units. So no need here, no need and stuff. We're going to take the Dodgers at home on the run line where they've been dominating.
A lot of motivation here for Julio Urias. 19-3, 3 wins away from that 20 mark. So it's a big game. Of course, there are 3 games of loss, column behind the Giants. And one thing with the Dodgers, they played well against Arizona at home. 18-3 straight up, Tony, as against the D-backs at home.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I was one of the first I said when I came on the video. I didn't want to bore everybody to death with the stats, but it's just, some stats you can't ignore, Some stats or whatever, but some stats are just, it's giving you the game. And that's why these lines are so high. Vegas is trying to scare people away from it. But the Dodgers on the run line, unless you're a rich person, you just got, $3,000 to win a grand. But for us average people, we're just going to take the run line so we can get some good value on our money. And the Dodgers should beat them by at least 2.
4 straight wins by the Dodgers over the D-backs, all by 2 runs or greater. All right, Tony Brown here. Dodgers run line -1.5 runs at -150. All right, Tony, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Remember, we got about 10 games in prime time for Major League Baseball. We're seeing you doing great work over in the leaderboards here. 710 units of profit past 30 days. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I had 3 games. We had a lot of morning baseball. We had 3 games for the morning. We're 1-1 right now. We had hit the Miami game, and then we lost on the Pirates game, but we're waiting on Cincinnati for the morning 3-pack to cash out. And then we got a 3-pack for the night games. We have baseball all day. We've been beating our bookie all morning and all night. So we got 3 more night games to go. You can get those individually, or you can sign up for one of my all sports passes.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. 710 units of profit past 30 days. That's all documented If you visit his profile page over at Pick Dog Premium, you see that he has his primetime power picks. His 3-pack available, total price for about $40 now over at Pick Dog Premium. So get on board with that. Of course, you can take those winnings and go long-term with Tony Brown with that 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. You'll get every play that Tony releases over at Pick Dog Premium for that period of time. He also has on the site, he has his Thursday Night Lights NFL pick. So you're ready to go with that Thursday night game for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good line. I think that line's going to change, so we got it in early. I usually try to give it a few before I get my picks out. I always watch all the stats I can, all the news I can. But this line is sweet for us right now, and I think it's definitely. So grab my Thursday night football pick for tomorrow night. Thursday night.
That's right. And you can also get that when you get that 3-day pass from Tony Brown. Or I always think during the week it's great to get that 7-day pass because that'll cover everything here for 7 days. Get week 2 NFL, week 3 college football, and all the baseball picks for this week. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. Let's continue and go over to Las Vegas, Nevada, across town. We're going to start this show with a Vegas spin with Tony Brown and Joe D'Amico. So we'll go ahead and bring in Joe right now. You know, he was at the Raider game on Monday. He was telling me all about it. It was really exciting over there. Joe, how you doing today?
I am wonderful. I'm dressed in my Raiders gear still. I haven't changed since Monday. I'm just kidding. I'm dressed in my Raiders gear, Tony. Great excitement at Allegiant Stadium. I've been to football games all over this country, and I will tell you, one of the most electric just feelings amongst the whole crowd. It was great. It ran very well, very smoothly. As you know, they won. Great people there, some NBA players I was sitting with. Too Short, Ice Cube, Little John. Even Ice Cube came by to say hello. We had a lot of fun, but it is really a great place to see a game, and I highly advise all the people on the panel and everybody out there, you come to Vegas, go to a Raiders game, you'll love it.
Absolutely. That's great advice there. All right, Joe, tonight we're looking at Major League Baseball. It's a division battle here as the Rangers host the Astros. Astros 205 on the road, total of 9.
Tony, sports fans, with only 18 regular season games remaining in Seattle, just over their shoulder, 6 game back. On top of that, issues with their starting rotation. Houston needs to win right now. Jose Urquidy, he gets the nod here, 6-3 with a 3.51 on the campaign. A right-hander in 3 career starts for Texas. 2-0 with a 1.71 ERA. Flip side, right-hander Kohei Arihara. I love his name, but he's not going to win here tonight. 2-3 with a 5.89 ERA. Sports fans, the rookie is 0-2 with a whopping 9.22 ERA at Globe Life Field in 2021, and will be making his first ever turn versus Houston. The Astros, 8-2 the last 10 overall meetings in the series. 21-10 their last 31 as a road fave. 35-17 the last 52 versus the AL West. Let's flip it one more time, a few more stats. Let's go Rangers this time, guys. Rangers 3-7 the last 10 at home, 2-6 their last 8 at home versus teams with a winning record, and 2-6 their last 8 at home versus right-handed stars. Every angle of this situation tells you go against Texas, take Houston. I'm going to take them on the run line. If you do, you're going to join me in taking your bookmaker's money.
All right, Joe D'Amico here on the Astros here. The play, Astros run line, -1.5 runs, -130 against the Rangers. I'll add something else here is the Astros have been dominant against the division, 42-22 straight up, about an 8-unit return here. And the average margin of victory is 2 runs. So they've really cleaned up here against the AL West. And, of course, the Rangers against the division has been poor, 26-45, -7.5 units. And that's the Texas Rangers. So Joe D'Amico here on the Astros run line, -1.5 runs. -130. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium as we got 10 games in prime time for Major League Baseball. Big football weekend coming up. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, Tony, tonight I only had 1 game on the board. It already took off. As you know, with me, it's less is more. I'd rather have 1 wife like Heidi Klum than 100 that look like Rosie O'Donnell. That's a fact, guys. Less is more will be. But I looked at my numbers from Thursday through Monday, and this upcoming weekend, even better than last weekend. I made everybody money, college and pro football last weekend. As you know, preseason finished at the top, amongst the top of the leaderboard, 7-2. Kicked it off with NFL and NCAA football winners last week. As a matter of fact, did the weekend show with Mitch. If I'm not mistaken, I think I went 3-1 on those free plays. My free plays are winning. One of my paid games going to do for you. 13-time college football, 12-time NFL top 10 capper. This is going to be my best season ever. Go over the Pick Dogs right now. I have 3, 7, and 30-day discounts available. I also have college and pro football season discounts available. If you want to make a real commitment to me, I will make a real commitment to you guys. And on the last note, I know we have a new capper joining us today. I'd like to welcome Mr. Sean Murphy. I look for great things from him, and I hear wonderful things about him. Look forward to welcoming him. So welcome, Sean. I can't wait to – I'm going to stay around for a little bit, watch this show. I want your winner tonight.
All right, get on board here with Joe D'Amico. Hey, check him out over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his long-term passes up there, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. It's football season. You can also get on board with Joe with long-term passes. He has his NFL and college football season pass in a combo at a discounted price. So a good time to get on board here with Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium. And, of course, that 2-for-1 capper promotion. At a second capper on his long-term passes, even greater value. Joe, as always, great having you show. Enjoy the night, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.
Tony, I'm waiting for you to come out and join me for a Raiders game. By the way, when I wear this Raiders jersey, I can shave a full second off my 40-yard dash time. Just saying. Anyway, thank you for having me. Good luck to Sean and the rest of the crew out there, Al and Mitch and the whole crew. Ronnie Roma, love you guys. Good luck and have a winning day.
You too as well. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here with the show, guys. Just a reminder, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hey, it's free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show. We got Mitch, we got Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and of course, Joe Madden also sneaks in there in the morning show with them at, it's going to be a new time next week, but tomorrow it's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And of course, we got those YouTube member VIPs. What great value. Follow the link below and get signed up. And of course, we're here every Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time with the drive-thru. And of course, we always ask for your help to help us build up our audience. We appreciate those likes, those thumbs up. Keep them coming in. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's done fantastic work here in 2021. So let's go ahead and wire him in right now. Big Al. Al, how's it going?
Pretty good, Tony. How are you doing today, flying solo?
I'm doing great, doing great. Excited for this one here. It's the big one here, 3:30 Eastern time on CBS. Florida here to host Alabama. Bama laying 15, total 59.5.
Hey, these two teams met last year in the SEC title game, and Alabama was favored by 16 in that game, not too different from what they're favored by for the Saturday's game, and they only won that ball game by 6, 52-46, and then the Crimson Tide went on to win the national championship. But what I like to do is I like to take underdogs playing with revenge from a postseason loss the year before. Those teams have covered 60.2% over the past 42 college football seasons. So that bodes well for the Florida Gators as an underdog here. Also, defending champions like Alabama, when they're playing away from home off back-to-back wins and they're not favored by 16 or more points, those teams have gone 34 and 58 ATS, 36% going all the way back to 1980. So that's another reason I like Florida here as the home underdog. And Florida's done terrific as home dogs, especially versus the SEC. They're 5-0 ATS their last 5. And then when you look at what Florida has done, there's a dichotomy in SEC games when they are playing at home off a loss or playing at home off a win. When they're off a loss, they're 8 and 24 ATS, but when they're off a win, they're 58 and 41 ATS. Of course, they are off a win. They're off back-to-back wins to start this season against South Florida and Florida Atlantic. They won both of those games by over 20 points. And home underdogs of plus 8 or more points off back-to-back wins by 8 or more points. Those teams are 85 and 57 ATS since 1980. I think it all adds up to a Florida cover.
All right, we got Big Al here with the Florida cover here against Alabama. Of course, probably the biggest, toughest opponent for any of these two teams was Alabama, that opening win against Miami, 44-13. Any concern here with Alabama with the recent success when they open up SEC play?
Not really, and I think Miami is highly overrated. One of the things that, Florida, obviously they've got questions at quarterback play, but they're leading the nation in rushing, or number 2 to Auburn, depending on the metric you're using, whether it's rushing yards, per game or rushing yards per attempt. I just think they're going to try to slow the game down. They're going to try to run the ball, and I think the 16 or the now down to 14.5 points is a gift here.
All right, Big Al here on Florida Gators plus the points here against Alabama. This game is on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time over on CES. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. 1,691 units of profit for the year. 10 games in primetime Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, tonight I'm featuring my National League Game of the Year. It's a really, really, really good situation tonight in the senior circuit, so don't miss that. And I've also already posted 8 college football plays for Saturday, and you can get on board, including our non-conference game of the month. We also have a 3-game package for daytime action in college football. And then we have our high noon hanging play as well. So overall, 8 plays up right now for Saturday college football action. I'll have 5 plays going this week in the NFL, if not more. And you can join for a week or for a month to get all of our award-winning selections.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. 1,691 units of profit over at Pick Dogs right now, all documented. So if you go over to the website, you can check all the plays. They're up there. He's got his college football up there. He's got an elite winner tonight. If you need to play tonight, well, get on board with his MLB Elite Info winner, as he talked about. 6-1 MLB run after cashing his baseball play on the Red Sox over the Mariners late last night. And of course, he has his football passes up there. He has his college football up for this for Saturday. And of course, you can get on board with those long-term passes. 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Every play that Big Al releases on the site for that period of time, you choose when you go over his profile page and you make that purchase. When you add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value. Al, is always great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Tony.
All right, Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Of course, Chris, with the day off, remember he's on vacation. He's been doing the show while on vacation, and they need a day off today. So we'll be back tomorrow. Let's continue on here on the show. We're going to go ahead and welcome James Clark to the drive-thru. You find him over at Pick Dog Premium. He's off to a really good start in college football for this year. Let's bring him in right now. James, how you doing?
Pretty good, Tony. How you today, buddy?
Doing great. All right, you've been good to us with these Major League Baseball props. What do you got today?
Well, I got another one, guys, here. I'm looking at the Braves and Rockies game. You know, I like Ozzie Albies to hit a home run. You look at his last 5 games, he's hit 1 home run. His last 5 games, you look at last 10 games, he's hit 3 home runs in his last 10 games. But here we go. This is what, one of the things I really look at. He's played the Rockies 5 times. He's hit 3 home runs in those 5 games. I really like Ozzie tonight to hit a home run. The Braves are, kind of like the Yankees, with their lineup. Yankees got more firepower, but the Braves have got some firepower too. They win their games off a lot of home runs. Just like the Yankees do. And Ozzie at plus 450. I think from plus 450 to plus 500 for him to hit a home run, and for him to hit 3 against Colorado. That's getting over plus 400, plus 500 odds. I really like.
All right, we might have some issues here with staying connected here with the. There you go.
I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. Cash this ticket, guys, and like I said, I like Ozzie to hit a home run and cash his ticket for us, guys. Sorry about that. The power flickered here. It's been pouring rain.
All right, whether they're okay, we got James here with Ozzie Albies to hit a home run at plus 450. Of course, he's leadoff. And speaking of rain, there you got a 44% chance of rain in Atlanta. Wind here coming in here at 4 miles per hour.
It is. I did look at that. Did look at the rain, but I still, a low-scoring game. Somebody's got to score, and I really like the odds. What we're getting. Good odds with him, and I know. He hit home run last night against the Rockies, so I think he's due to hit one. Like I said, the last 5 games he's hit 3 home runs in the last 5 games against the Rockies. I look for him to get another one tonight, guys.
Yeah, Antonio Zenzatella on the mound, but he has given up a home run in each of his past 2 starts here. So we got James Clark here on Ozzie Albies to hit a home run. He is a leadoff hitter, so you could probably squeeze at least 4, maybe 5 at bats here in the leadoff position. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. We got 10 games in Major League Baseball in the prime time hour. What do you have going on over at the site?
Guys, I got a 5-pack going on. 5 of my best MLB plays that I really like. Coming off of a strong day yesterday. I've been hot here lately, football and baseball. Guys, football, like I've been saying last few weeks, last few months, I think football is my best cap sport. I really like it. So go grab one of them long-term passes. Get the NFL and college football all season long. And we're 2 weeks in. Over 900 units. So go check that out. Or guys, also team me up with any of these cappers on the show. I say it all the time. We got the best cappers in the world, and we do. So team me up. With Big Al, Little Al, Tony T. Tony Brown, Rod, Chris, Mitch, any of the guys on the show. And also, guys, I'm going to give this out, college football free pick. You know, I'm going to be at the WVU Virginia Tech game this weekend. You know, I'm going to be cheering the Mountaineers on. And I tell you what, we got a good defense. I think to settle Virginia Tech down. You know, so I'd say take the points with us with WVU. You know, I'm hoping for the win, but I think we can keep it close with our defense. We get that offense going. I think we can beat. We'll send the Hokies home crying. So that's a free one that I like, guys.
Free one there from James Clark, West Virginia, the home underdog against Virginia Tech plus the 3. All right, we see the numbers here from James Clark, over 1,500 units of profit past 7 days, all documented. So if you go over to the site and check out his profile page, you can all the plays are documented. You can go back and look them all up. They're graded immediately, and it all adds up here over the past 7 days, 1,509 units of profit. He's got a 5-pack, his MLB Money Stack, available right now for purchase. Get on board with those 5 winners and take the winnings and go long-term with James Clark, because he has the long-term passes up there for 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass every play that James releases at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period. But you got to go over to the profile page and make that purchase with James Clark at Pick Dogs Premium. James, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, Tony. I appreciate you having me on the show, buddy, and let's cash some tickets and good luck to everybody tonight.
Yeah, we'll keep it around for the recap, all right? We'll look up James a little later. All right, James Clark here on the Drive-Thru. Let's continue on here on the show. And now it's time to welcome Sean Murphy to the Drive-Thru. You'll find him over at Pick Document, one of the newer additions here and making his debut here on the Drive-Thru. Sean, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, great having you. All right, we're going over to Saturday college football here. Army will be facing UConn. Army laying 33. Total sits at 48.5.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be an overly popular play, even though UConn's been awful while Army's been playing pretty well. Just based on the fact that we're talking about such a huge line here with the Army option offense. People are thinking, long kind of clock-eating drives. But I like Army here. We've been going against UConn all season. Back in week 0, we took Fresno State. Last week we took Purdue to beat UConn. Both of those games, UConn lost by 40-plus points and didn't score a point. And their only other game was their home opener, where they actually lost by double digits to Holy Cross, a FCS squad. So I think we can safely go against them again here in this spot. I think bettors are kind of quick to forget that UConn, the last time we saw them, were just horrible back in 2019. And then, of course, COVID came along and they had to scrap the entire 2020 season. And that actually caused a lot of guys to transfer out of that program entirely. So now they come into this season, and it's just going to be a number of years before they actually build the program back up. You look at Army last week; they were in kind of a shootout against Western Kentucky that was closer than expected. In that game, though, the first drive of the game, they ended up fumbling deep in Western Kentucky territory, and then from there, they scored a touchdown on their next 5 drives. So that easily could have been 6 straight drives to open the game with touchdowns. I think we see some carryover from that. Here this week. UConn's giving up right around 500 total yards per game. They're just not good on either side of the football, really. Whereas Western Kentucky was kind of able to bomb away a little bit on the Army defense last week. We won't see that from UConn here. They just don't have that type of offense. Even their really their best offensive player is their running back Kevin Menza, and he's done nothing this year. He's rushing for less than 3 yards per carry. Just think it's another fine spot. Back Army, lay the points, expect something in the neighborhood of 41-0 or 44-7 type game, and we pick up the win.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed with UConn is they really were out in the second half, and this is the type of game where it can get really ugly with big plays on the ground game. And one thing I've always noticed with UConn is this conditioning; they just don't seem to hold up for 4 quarters. They really give up a lot in the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, and this is the type of spot where you could expect a team like that's been beaten down so bad in the first 3 games to just, after if at halftime they're down 4 touchdowns, you have to wonder how they come out in the second half. Really, I think it's a spot where maybe the defense quits a little bit. So yeah, we'll pull for Army to cover that big spread at home.
All right, so we got it here. Army minus 33 here against UConn, and this one will have a start time on Saturday at 12 Eastern Time. CBS Sports Network is going to televise this one. All right, Sean, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we've got 10 games in prime time. Major League Baseball sitting pretty good here in college football. Great start. 455 units of profit. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it's been a great start in college football. Last week we went 6-0-1, 7-0, depending on what number you got for the Oklahoma State under. So we'll look to carry that on here this week. 13-5-1 overall this season. Going back even further, the long-term college football record is at 228-180. So it's a great time to get on board. I've already got a play posted for tomorrow night's Ohio-Louisiana Lafayette game. That's a 10-star play. So really excited with that one coming up. And Friday night, we've got another couple plays coming up, which I'll have posted hopefully later tonight or tomorrow morning. And then on to a busy card on Saturday. So it's a great time to pick up a 3-day package or a week, and then you also get in on that full NFL card on Sunday as well.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Sean Murphy over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here in college football off to a good start. 455 units of profit. Of course, past 7 days, 336 units of profit for all sports combined. He's got a Wednesday bet and on the board right now, as well as another baseball play. And, of course, his Thursday football is up there. He's got a college football play and NFL. And, of course, as Sean was saying, why not just go ahead and get that long-term pass? If you can get the 3-day all-sports pass, you get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can take those winnings and go long-term with Sean Murphy. Maybe go upgrade to that 3rd-day all-sports pass. Every play that Sean releases over at Pig Dogs Premium for that time period, college football, NFL, as well as Major League Baseball. Sean, is great having you on the show. Great addition. Like your pick for tonight or for Saturday's game. And we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Appreciate it, Tony. Best of luck.
Best luck to everyone. Sean Murphy here on the drive-thru. I'll continue on with our coverage. Guys, if you miss any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on. It's time to welcome Ron Romanelli to the drive-thru. Of course, he's a part of the weekend crew over at Pig Dogs at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch and company. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Stone, great. All right, here we go. We got, this isn't game 2 for Twins, but it's Twins hosting the Indians here. Twins about $1.10, total sits here at 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, the Indians have really struggled at the dish as of late, but to me, this is just a clear fade of Griffin Jacks for Minnesota. You know, Griffin Jacks, he has a record of 3-3. He has a 6.72 ERA with a 6.43 FIP. You know, despite his struggles, he only has a 243 BABIP, and that actually tells me he's actually getting a bit lucky on the mound. So when more batted balls find their way in the field, Jax's numbers are only going to get worse. You know, the Indians tagged Jax for 7 hits and 4 total runs in the 6 innings he faced them on August 16th. I expect Cleveland to do more damage on Jax and the Twins bullpen tonight as well. On the other side, you've got Kyle Quantrill with a 3.04 ERA for the Indians. He's had a really good couple outings as of late, other than that one outing against the Red Sox where he struggled. But his last start, he pitched 7 1/3 innings of 1-run baseball against these Minnesota Twins. He had 5 strikeouts. He only allowed 4 hits, and that was a 4-1 Cleveland victory in that one. You know, Quantrill's just been pitching really well since the All-Star break, and I expect another strong outing from him in this one. So, you know, the price is right with the Cleveland Indians. Don't like the way that they're hitting the ball as of late, but I do think they find enough offense, and the bullpen carries the game out for a victory. So I'll take them on the money line, the Cleveland Indians.
All right, Ron here on the Indians, minus 106 against the Twins. I agree. One thing about Cleveland is they played well against the division, 37-26, 10-unit return, and their pitching staff allowing just 4 runs a game.
Yeah, you know, the Indians have been a really strange team. You know, I going into the season, I knew they were going to struggle at the plate. Just the lineup on paper really wasn't there. But I have to give them credit. You know, only 3 games under 500, second place in the division. And like Tony mentioned, you know, really good record against that AL Central. So this is another good spot to take them in. I think that there's plenty of value you'll find on the Indians and teams similar to them in baseball.
And of course, Jack's struggling, the Minnesota starter for tonight. Ron Romanelli here on Indians, minus 106 against the Twins. Start time here, top of the hour, 7:40 Eastern Time on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Ron, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you're showing profit here the past 7 days, 321 units, 10 games on the card for a Wednesday night. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, Tony, having a good week in the MLB. We had a good weekend in college football and the NFL as well. You know, now more than ever, it's a great time to check out those long-term plans. You know, you grab a 3-day pass on Friday, you can get my college football and my NFL during the weekend. And then once I make you money during those games, you can upgrade to like a 7-day or a monthly package, maybe even a year if you can afford it. But, you know, it's always best to get a long-term plan. You get the most of my picks for the best price possible. So let me make you some money this football season. We're not too far removed from the NHL and the NBA season coming up, and then college hoops in November. So sign up for a long-term plan, and let's make some money.
Yeah, let's make some money here. That's Ron Romanelli over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here, 321 units of profit coming off a really good day yesterday. He's got his plays up there for 3,730 all sports pass. That's the best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. If you can get that 7-day pass, you get all of Ron's football for week 2 NFL, week 3 college football, as well as the baseball as we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. I think the wild cards are the first week of October, so we're getting down the stretch here in Major League Baseball. So get on board with that 7-day pass with Ron Romanelli. And if you had a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. Ron, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll tune in on the weekends for your segments on the morning show.
All righty, Tony. I'll see you there. Everybody, good luck tonight. Let's make some money, guys.
Absolutely. Let's make some money. Ron Romanelli here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on. Guys, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming up. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on, and we're going to welcome to the show El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's get El Ninos signed in right now. Let's see if we got him over here. Here's El. El, what's happening? El, I think you're muted. We don't have a sound from you.
Yeah. Going pretty good here. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. All right, here we go. 7 Eastern time. The Mets here will be hosting the Cardinals. The Mets land about $1.67, total of 8.
Yeah, they are. That's a whole lot of juice for the Mets to be laying here. But, the Cardinals going with John Lester against Tyler McGill here in New York. So the Mets do have the home field advantage there. Lester not putting up the best numbers this year. He was on pace to have the worst season of his career, which, still a possibility depending on how he finishes this season. But he's definitely turned it around lately. He's looked much better lately. And I think he pitches well enough here. Both these teams have some very talented players, but St. Louis has been the better team, just playing that much better. One thing Lester has still been struggling with, though, is his command. He's still walking way too many batters, which isn't too bad if he walks the right ones, but can lead to big trouble if he gets some runners on base before the big bats come up. Again, McGill does have the much better strikeout-to-walk ratio, and he's coming off a great start against the Yankees. But, the Yankees have been struggling, and he's still been a little inconsistent. And he will be going up against an offense that scored 6 or more in 3 of its last 4 games. The Cardinals have also dominated this matchup. They've played well against the Mets. Yeah, we're coming off 2 wins here on the show. And I noticed someone saying that the Giants was the easiest play on the board last night. This one may not be the easiest one, but it may be the best value on the board tonight. So, yeah, definitely taking a shot with the Cardinals on the money line here.
All right, Al here, Cardinals money line against the Mets. And, of course, as you know, I don't always agree with Al, but this one I have to agree with. I mean, I agree with you here. 5-1 Cardinals at the Mets here, past 6. They played well against them. They are hitting the baseball, and we look at here at New York. I know the line's juicy, as you talked about. It's mainly because of their home record, but they have not played as well at home here in September. And we've seen the Cardinals now running a bit of a win streak, and they got San Diego coming up in a 3-game series, so they can pile up some wins and really make their case for that wild card push.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they're still playing for, as I said, the Cardinals having that much better of a season than the Mets are. They are playing away, but you mentioned they've got a little streak going themselves here, and the bats have been pretty hot, and I think they get to McGill and the bullpen eventually. And yeah, as you said, they're still fighting for something. So, while the Mets expect a pretty big effort out of them too, trying to avoid the sweep at home here, but I just think the Cardinals just get it done for us one more time tonight.
Yeah, the Cardinals will have a day off here, and then they open up a 3-game series at home against the struggling San Diego Padres, and that's going to be a huge series there this weekend. All right, El Ninos here, Cardinals plus 154 against the Mets, and this one has a start time of 7 Eastern time on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. We got 10 games in prime time over at for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Just one pick up for sale tonight, but as we always mention, it is my best MLB bet of the night, though, so if you want to check that out. But again, the best deals are the long-term passes and the 2-for-1 capper passes, so check those out.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. over at the site right now. You'll find his best play from Major League Baseball. Of course, you can take that for $25 and go long term with Al. He's got his 3, 7, and 30 All Sports Pass. You'll get every play for that period of time. He also has his season passes right now from NFL and college football. Every play from the full seasons. He combines it in one pass called Al's Football Pass, Season Pass for $750. You'll get every NFL and college football pick from Al, regular season, postseason, and bowl games. So get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having the show. We'll talk to you a little bit later here on the recap.
All right, we'll be here if you need me.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here with the coverage. Of course, reminder, guys, if you missed any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. All right, now it's time to welcome Mitch to the show. Of course, he's part of that morning crew every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time, but I do believe there'll be a time switch next week, Mitch, right?
Yep, we're switching to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time just for the I'm not sure how long we'll be switching for. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the foreseeable future. I need that extra hour of sleep. I was actually going to switch places with Tony. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just go an extra hour.
There you go.
Later.
Excellent. All right, Mitch, the game for tonight. Let's get the game information up here as you'll be looking at this Orioles game here as they'll be hosting the Yankees at 7 Eastern time with the Yankees $1.85, total of 10.
Yeah, it's just been an absolute dumpster fire here for the Yankees, and I'm seeing, all kinds of money coming in on the Yankees. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. So the Orioles, when you look at the last 10 games, and of course that doesn't tell you the story of the season, the Orioles have been the better team here, and the Yankees, gigantic favorites on the road here. But what we've seen of the Yankees, they've been falling down, not getting back up and running to the lead. The Yankees got to the lead. They played pretty much subpar baseball all season long. They got to the lead in the wild card race, let that slip away. Depending on what happens in this Seattle Red Sox game right now, they could pretty much be on the outside looking in after tonight's contest. Last night they had Garrett Cole. Figured it out. We did the math. It was like several I don't know what that comment meant, but anyways, several $1 million a win. What is that? Does that mean I work for the books, or that we
the voice
kill the books? I'm not really sure what that means. Oh well. I never understand that comment. Like, oh, these guys work for the books. It's like,
he called you the voice of the sports book. I guess you speak for the sports book. The voice. The voice of the sports books. There he is.
Okay. Not the puppet. Sports book.
There you go.
Anyways, I just think that all of the value here is on the Orioles. And this game is basically 50-50 with John Means on the mound. This guy can take control of the game. The Yankees, not like they've been hitting the cover off the ball all season, that's for sure. So I think plenty of meat on the bone here. We're seeing 157 on your odds, but I see it even much higher than that. So I think we, depending on what book you have, you got to shop the lines. But I see you're right, 150s, 145s. I got it a little better than that, 160. But I like the Orioles here. I think there's a ton of value.
All right, ton of value here on these Orioles, no doubt about that, Mitch. And of course, John Means on the mound for this one, and. Looks like looking at Means' work here, a little better of late. I know when he came back from the DL, he was getting hit up a little bit, but the last 3 starts giving up 2 earned runs.
Yeah, it's IL, Tony. We got to keep it politically correct here on the drive-through. But yeah, he's been pitching a lot better since he came back from being injured. That's the bailout phrase. Being
That's
injured.
Right.
You don't want to offend the injured.
Injured reserve, IR, right?
Yeah, there'll have to be another. Soon we'll be offending the injured, and soon it will be that he can't play today.
That's right.
Group
sidelined.
Yeah, sidelined group, right? It's like, I don't know.
Absolutely. All right. So Mitch on the Orioles plus 157 against the Yankees, and this one here will have a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time. Mitch, I want to let everybody know what's going on over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, there's also work going on with Sports Chat.
Yeah, we're revamping both websites in the very near future. I had a meeting last night looking at all of the new designs and layouts. We're in phase 1 of a 3-phase design project, which will expand over the next 2 years, already planned out and drawn out and mapped out. And phase 1 looks to be just absolutely knock it out of the park, outstanding. And I think you guys are going to freak out when you see it, but you won't believe that it's really only just one. Oh, I see. I go to the books and people are playing Pick Dogs videos and hear the voice. Cool. I've been there before, and I've heard the same thing, where people are playing my old Dog of the Day videos or whatever. I've walked onto airplanes and people are watching my videos. I've had all of that stuff, but anyways, yeah. So we're redoing the sites. That should be out in the next few weeks. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. Joe Madden and I are doing 3:30 p.m. shows, just about all the weekdays, kind of lead into the drive-thru. We're doing like mine and Joe Madden show, then we do the VIP show, and then this show. The way the afternoons are shaping up, and we'll probably add some more shows as well, spin-offs of the drive-thru.
Excellent. All right, Mitch, as always, great having your show. I know you're going to get some videos for tonight, and we're seeing a lot of the work here done in Major League Baseball, NFL, and of course, and some videos on Sports Chat as well.
Yeah, we also have the office pool, so make sure you check out our office pool video that Joe and I did this afternoon. It's free to enter, cash prizes, just a lot of fun. And then tomorrow at 3:30 p.m., Joe and I will make our Circa and Westgate contest picks live on the air at 3:30 as well. So a lot of fun. And
I saw that Monday show you did with the NFL, right? It's not the opening line show, but you kind of gave some first looks in some of these games.
Right. We did it Monday NFL, Monday college, Tuesday NFL is the way that we did it. And then, or no, did we take Tuesday off? I don't remember. But we did Monday. Oh, yeah. Monday we did college, Tuesday NFL, Wednesday office pool. Thursday is Circa and Westgate picks. Friday, NFL and college. So Joe's new to our team, and she's an outstanding addition. She really knows her stuff, man. It is Tony knows that that it's never been my style to find just to have a woman for the sake of having women. We've had other women here, and they're handicappers. They're not turning letters like Vanna White, and they're not the weather girl. They're here to give hard hitting advice, and if they don't we have Dion as well, and we have Joe, and we don't care sex, race, color, any religion. We don't care any of those things. We just want to win. We don't care where it comes from, right? It's like we just want winners. Absolutely,
she's a great addition. She does her homework. She comes in with really good analysis for her picks, and she's not afraid to go on the record with them, and she's going to be documented on the site.
As Joe says, abso-frickin-lutely. Anyways, what we'll do is we'll have to have her on this show as well.
I'm sure she will be. Great to have her on here. All right, Mitch, have a great night, and we'll tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for your morning show.
Have a great night, everyone. Let's make it a winner.
Let's make it a winner. Mitch here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on. After my pick, we'll do a complete recap, so if you miss any plays, stay tuned. We'll get them to you. All right, now it's time for my pick. It's got a familiar voice to it. And, of course, we've got at 7 Eastern time, we got the Phillies hosting the Mets. The Phillies laying 210. Total sits here at 9. I'm going to come right back with these Cubbies. They were good to me yesterday on the drive-thru. I'm going to come back with them. And at plus 178, we got Alec Mills on the mound. If you look, he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 7 of his past 10 starts. It'll be Ranger Suarez countering here for the Phillies. Suarez, well, he's put up some good numbers, but the team is just 1-5 in his past 6 starts. It's been a lack of run and or bullpen support for him as this series began. Well, let's look at it now here after yesterday's results. The Phillies now have lost 6 of 7. It's not who they're losing, but they're losing to teams like Colorado at home, like 3 of 4. Past 10 games, the Phillies bullpen an ERA of about 6.42. So the play here will be on the Chicago Cubs at plus 178. Guys, I have my best bet of the night tonight over at Major League Baseball, so check out Pig Dogs Premium for that. And, of course, I'm also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can match me with Mitch, with Rod Zawacki, James Clark, Sean Murphy, Ron Romanelli, Big Al McMordie with that 2-for-1 cap promotion with my 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass right now on the site. Let's continue now on the drive-thru. Now it's time to do our recap. We got El Ninos. Well, I thought we had El Ninos on here. I thought we had El Ninos and James Clark. Maybe I lost connection with them on Skype. Let me see if I can redial them in here because they were on the show here. Let's see if we can rejoin them here. I've got them lined in here. And El Ninos. And, well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get in here. All right, we got a big mess here on Skype. Maybe I shouldn't do this on Skype. All right, let's see here. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, it will work. All right, we got him back on here. All right, everyone's here. Okay, here we go. All right, we got to start here with Tony Brown. We said Dodgers run line -1.5 runs, -150 against the D-backs. Of course, Joe D'Amico was Houston Astros run line -1.5 runs, -130 against the Rangers. Al was on Big Al McMordie, Florida Gators +15 against Alabama. James Clark, Ozzie Albies hit home run at +450. We got Sean Murphy on his debut show. Army -33 against UConn. Ron Romanelli, Indians -106 against the Twins. El Ninos, Cardinals +154 against the Mets. Mitch was on Orioles +157 against the Yankees. Yours truly on the Cubs +178 against the Phillies. We'll go over to Al. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
They're going to have to go with yours. I think the Phillies haven't been playing well enough to warrant being a 2-1 favorite. So I'll take a shot on my Cardinals and your Cubs. I'm pretty sure we come out on top with those two.
All right, let's go over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm going to keep it between the three of us here. I like Al's pick, the Cardinals. They've been playing good. You know, you're getting good plus money against the Mets team that hasn't been playing that good, and you're getting +150. I really like that pick. So I look for the Cardinals to win tonight. And good parlay. Look at those parlays there. You got Cardinals, Orioles, and Cubs, all plus money. I really like that three-team parlay, guys.
Yeah, it looks pretty good there. Yeah, I'm going to agree there with Al's pick. Cardinals +154 against the Mets. Cardinals showed me something. Yeah, they gave up the tie-and run in that ninth inning, but they came back and powered through and got that win against the Mets. And as we talked about, it lays out pretty good for them here for that wild card because they'll be hosting San Diego Padres in a 3-game series for this weekend, and they'll get a day off tomorrow. So I think they're coming in with some momentum here as they're trying to make that push here as we get closer and closer to the end of the regular season. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do this all over again. 8 Capitals will be booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. And don't forget, it all gets started with that morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Biller, Joe Madden also joins them. And, of course, that YouTube members VIP videos. Great value. Follow the link below and get signed up. Let's bring in the crew for tonight. We're going to wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow live at 6 Eastern.